Hello students, now we will see the problem based on permutation and combination. So let's begin this chapter. So here is a question that is in front of you, that four dices are rolled simultaneously. What is the number of possible outcome in which at least one of the dices show 3? Okay. So there are how many dices? Four dices are rolled out. Okay. Four dices are rolled out. And what is the number of possible outcome in which at least one of the dices will show 3? So if I, from the total cases, if I separate those cases where there are no there are uh, all number except 3 number, if I separate, so I get 3, means all 6 numbers. Okay, all 6 I am filling, means there are all outcome. From total outcome, if I separate all the numbers excluded 3 1, so if I separate it, so I will get those number of outcomes which have 3, right? So there are four dices, so four dices, a dice have how many outcomes? 6 outcomes, right? So 5 6. So first number can be filled by 6 ways, second also, third also, and fourth also. So this is equivalent to what? 216 into 6, that is equivalent to 1728. Okay, 1728. So 1728 is the number. Okay, so out of this we have to separate the cases where there are no 3, right? No 3, so that we get, so out of 6, 5 will be cases where there are no 3. Here also 5, here also 5, here also 5. 5 into 5, 25, 25 into 5, 125, 125 into 5, 265. So after doing this, whatever your answer is coming, that is the possible outcome. So 3 0, this will be okay, this will equivalent to your somewhere 1000 and 0. So your possible outcome after subtracting 1728 from this one, you will get 625. 625 is equivalent to 100, 1 is remaining, and 1103. So 1103 is the total number of cases where such things happens. Okay, so this is how you need to do it. So here is a question. The box contains 2 red coins, 3 green coins, and 4 blue coins. In how many ways 3 coins can be chosen such that at least one coin is green? So at least minimum one coin should be green. Maximum, if all 3 coin, if you choose, that comes to be green, that is also okay. I just give you an example that your father give you chocolates of red, green, and blue colors. He said you can choose minimum, that is at least one toffee of green color. So minimum out of those 3 toffees that you can choose, he said minimum you can choose one. So maximum you can choose all 3 of the toffees as a green toffee, right? So this is the example that I like to give you. Now that there are 2 red coins, 3 green coins, and 4 blue coins, right? So there are how many total coins? There are total 2 plus 3 plus 4, that is equivalent to 9 coins. And out of those 9 coins, how many you are choosing? You are choosing 3, right? So this is a clear cut thing of permutation and combination. So out of 9 coins, you are choosing 3 coins, so 9C3, right? And they are asking that how many coins should be there, or which having at least one coin is having green in color. So if I minus from total number of those cases which are not green, so what I get? I will get the cases where the coin were green, right? Out of total cases, if I minus the cases where the coin is not green, that means it is of red or blue color. So if I minus from total cases those which contain blue and red color, so I will get the cases which are only left with the green color. So similar thing we have to do here. So out of those 9 coins, total 9 coins, we choose 3 coins, and out of those we can separate those cases where the coin was not green. So which are the colors that we are left is red and blue. So if we minus from total cases the coin which are not green, so we will get the cases which were green, right? So there are total 5 coins now, and out of those, not 5, 2 red and 4 blue, that is 6. Total we have 6 coins now, and out of those remaining 6 coins, we have to choose 3 coins because we cannot include green here, right? So if we minus this, we will come to know the number of coins which were at least having green, right? Or were green in color, right? So 9C3, 9C3 if you do, so what you get is 9 factorial upon n minus r, that is 9 minus 3, that comes out to be 6 factorial into 3 factorial, right? This is the formula that we have solved in the previous questions, and this is the way I told you how to solve this factorial sum in the previous question. You can see that. Okay, minus 6C3, so 6 factorial upon 3 factorial into 3 factorial. So this comes out to be 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 factorial upon 6 factorial. So this 6 get cancelled, and 3 factorial is 3 into 2 into 1. This 3 out of this 3 get cancelled. This comes out to be 3. This 2 can cut this 8. This comes out to be 4. So 3 into 4, that is 12. 12 into 7, that comes out to be 84. So the entire sum of this comes out to be 84. Right? So you can write this after calculation. This comes out to be 84 minus this comes out to be 6 factorial, that is 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial. So in upon 3 factorial will cancel this into 3 into 2 into 1. This 3 can cancel this, 2 comes, this 2 can cut this, so this comes out to be 20. So 84 minus 20, that is equivalent to 64. The answer of this question is 64. So you have to choose option number 3. Thank you. So here is a question, evaluate this value. So you know that what is this 30 factorial means 30 into 29 into 28 factorial upon 28 factorial. So 28 factorial is what, like you can keep it like this. After doing this 30 into 29, you will get the answer. So this will equivalent to what? This is equivalent to 870. This is how you need to find out. Next question. You see 9 factorial upon 5 upon by 3. You can directly do this, right? So after doing this, 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 factorial. 5 out of 5 factorial cancel. 3 into 2 factorial into 1 factorial is 3 factorial value. So this equivalent to 6, 6 out of 6. So after you multiply 9 into 8, that is equivalent to your 72, 72 into 7. So after you do 72 into 7, it is equivalent to 14, 14, 5504 is the value. So this is how you need to calculate. This is question. Now you have to solve the answer, that is 12 factorial. Okay, 12 factorial, that is, you can take it like this, right? Into 10 factorial minus 10 factorial upon 9 factorial. So I can do one thing, I can take 12, I can take 10 factorial common. After taking 10 factorial common, what is I left with? 12 into 11, right? And minus I took 10 factorial means minus 1. Okay, minus 1. After taking this, and 9 factorial is what? 9 factorial. So I can write this as 8 into 9 factorial into 12 into 11 minus 1. Okay, so, and this is 9 factorial, so 9 cancel. After doing this, I can get the answer, that is 10 into first we have to solve the bracket because bottommost rule. Okay, so bracket first we need to solve. So 12 into 11 is what? 12 into 11 you do, it comes out to 132. 132 minus 1, that is 131. 131 into 10, that is 1310. So this is the value of it. Okay, 1310. This is how you need to solve the answers. So here is the next question that is in front of us. So the question is, how many two digit can be formed from number 1 2 3 4? No digit can be repeated. So two digit number, right? From how many? Four numbers. So last place can be formed by four types of numbers. That is 1 2 3 4. After finish fixing one number, how many numbers are there? Three, because repetition are not allowed. So 3 into 4 is what? 12. So from this four numbers you can make 12 numbers of two digit. You can check by your own. 12, 13, 14, like this one, then 21, then 22, then 1 like this. You can only make 12 numbers, such numbers. So this is the beauty of mathematics. And here they told you digit, no digit being repeat, so 11 you cannot take. This how if you take, you can only make 12 numbers. So this you can do it if you know the conditions. Thank you.